Hey, what's going on, traders? This is Talon from TradeLab. I'm making another video today of how to set up a strategy that you find on a YouTube video. Today, I picked a strategy by TradeIQ called the Magic Scalping Strategy that will make you rich. And it says that it's not clickbait. So we will go through this video, and then I'm going to run you through how to set up a bot in TradeLab, start to finish. I'll also do some shorter clips so you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to, but let's start by watching the video.
In this video, I'm going to show you an insanely profitable trading strategy you have never seen before. This could be a life-changing information for you, so make sure you stick around till the end of this video so you don't miss anything important. And to prove that this is not all talk, I'm going to backtest this strategy 100 times with an initial account size set at $1,000 and 2% risk per trade. Okay, so for this strategy, we're going to use Ethereum 50-minute chart, and now let's go ahead and add our indicator.
So here's how I do this. I've got my little notes app right here, and as we go, I'll just make this a little smaller. I'm going to put the different indicators, and then eventually I'll put all the alerts and stuff that I think we're going to need in here. So I'll copy this, paste that right here. I'm also going to put the original video link right here. I will put that in the community browser link on TradeLab so you can find this video easily. And let's see. Put 15 minutes time frame. I don't know that I'm going to do it on ETH, but I'll just make a note of that. And let's see what our indicators and settings are going to be.
So for our first indicator, we're going to use EMA, exponential moving average. For our second indicator,
okay, I guess I should open up a new strategy here on TradingView. So we'll just do this as we go, but we'll write down the information anyway. Do ETH. We need EMA. I'm going to get rid of this volume indicator. Rid of this one. All right, let's see what else we need.
We're going to use absolute strength histogram.
Good Lord, happened here with ETH. Okay. Strength histogram. Also gonna put that in here. You may. Oops. And let's see who this was. G-Man. Okay.
This one right here. For our third indicator, let's add a volatility oscillator.
All right, let's put that on the chart too.
So volatility oscillator by Verifid. And lastly, let's add a parabolic SAR to our chart. Okay, so now we need to adjust some of these indicators. So let's first double click on this exponential moving average and change the inputs from 9 to 60.
So I like to keep track of all this stuff here because I can reference it when I'm making my rules.
And change the style.
Don't really care about the style. Use whatever color you want.
Okay, now let's double click on this absolute strength histogram and get rid of these two lines. Also, we can add some more opacity to our histogram.
Don't care about that. We're automating it. We don't really need to see the colors.
And finally,
we
let's
need
adjust
information
this
to come in
volatility
correctly.
oscillator. So we're not going to touch the inputs. We're just going to change the style. So let's remove all these labels. Okay, now our strategy is ready. Let's get into our trading.
We'll just see if they get in the way later.
Okay, so the whole idea behind the strategy.
Okay, so the only thing we really need to do is change that EMA to the 60. I don't think I've ever used the 60 EMA before, but we'll make it white. Okay. Let's see what else we gotta do.
Is to identify the direction of the trend, get us into the trend at the best price possible, and eliminate losses when the market is moving sideways. For our first confirmation indicator, we're going to be using this absolute strength histogram. For our second confirmation indicator, we're going to be using this exponential moving average. For our volume indicator, we're going to be using this volatility oscillator. And for our exit indicator, we're going to be using this parabolic SAR indicator. So here are the conditions for entering a long trade. So first of all, we're only going to be looking to buy if the price is sitting above this exponential moving average. Also, we need to have a new bullish signal appeared on our absolute strength histogram. And also we need to have this volatility white line sitting above this upper band. When entering a trade, we're not going to take into consideration the signals from our parabolic SAR indicator. And once we have all these conditions met, we're going to go ahead and take a long position, set our stop loss at the recent swing low, and if the price moves in our favor, we're going to exit a winning trade as soon as we have a signal from our parabolic SAR indicator. So these blue dots have to shift above the price.
Okay. So I'm going to write this stuff down while I've got it. So we got the 60 above, or the price above the 60, new blue line. We have to figure out what that is. Volatility oscillator above the upper band. Stop at the swing low. So we're going to put an indicator on the chart for that. The one I like to use is called price closes. And I will show you how to set that up. So stop at swing low, and if the trade is in profit, close when the parabolic SAR moves above the price. Okay. I'm assuming shorts are exactly the opposite. We'll watch just to see.
Okay, so we see we've got a valid exit signal from our parabolic SAR indicator to exit this long position right on his candlestick. Okay, so we see the risk to reward ratio is 1.88, and since we're risking 2% of our account per trade, on this particular trade we could have made 3.76% profit. Exactly opposite rules apply when entering short trades, so we're only going to be looking to sell if the price is sitting below the exponential moving average. Also, we need to have a new bearish signal issued by our absolute strength histogram, so the histogram has to turn from blue to red, and our volatility oscillator line has to be below this lower band. Once we have these three conditions met, we can consider this as a valid short signal. So now let's go ahead and take a short position on this candlestick, set our stop loss at the recent swing high, and if the price moved in our favor and we had a winning trade, we can close the position as soon as we have an exit signal from our parabolic SAR indicator. So these blue dots have to shift below the price. Okay, now let's go ahead and see how well this trade performed. So we see this trade turned to be profitable and we had a valid exit signal right there. Our risk to reward ratio is 1.39, so on this particular trade we could have made 2.78% profit. Okay, now let me give you some more examples so you have a better understanding of how to trade with this system. So we see we just had a valid short signal issued on this candle.
Okay, I think I got that down. Let's see what he gets as backtesting results. We don't need to go through the whole video. We just need to see the claims.
Okay, so I just finished my backtesting and I found those 100 setups within 10 weeks. We see the results are absolutely insane, just like I promised at the beginning of this video. Our win rate is 65%, which puts this strategy in my top 5. We also increased our account size by over 180%. We see our profit factor is 2.55 and we had 6 consecutive wins.
Okay, so I think I got it down. Now we're going to try to build this in TradeLab. The first thing we have to do is make sure that all of the things we need alerts for are possible. I'm also going to add my price closes indicator on here. This is going to be to track my current price because it's the only way we're going to be able to know if we're in profit. So we got that on there. Let's see. Let's figure out how we know if the ash indicator is red or blue. So what are the alerts? We're going to click on these 3 dots. Bulls area. So we'd assume that it's the bulls histogram. Let's see something. So if you go to the 3rd button down on TradingView, I think it used to be the 4th, that's your data window. So you're going to look for your ash indicator right here, and these are the plots. And when it's in here, it'll be 0, plot number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you go back, you could see the numbers change. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything for bulls area. Let's see what the settings are. So it's basically nothing. We'll leave it there so it doesn't screw with us. Bulls histogram, bears histogram. So I'm going to minimize this for a minute because I just want to see what makes it turn red or blue. Let's make this bigger. So it appears what makes this red or blue is when these lines cross. So the bulls line is the blue one and the bears line is the orange one. So if the orange is above blue, it is red. So let's type this out in here. So we've got our long rules. Let's say alerts. These are the alerts we need. For the ash blue, it will be bull line is greater than bear line. Okay. And then red is the opposite, equals bull line less than bear line. So we'll make another list for variables. So when this alert comes through, we're going to do a variable for ash blue, and we'll do true or false. So we're also going to need a current price data alert. So price data. I forgot to put the variable before we do that. Also, I always put a variable for label and then time frame. This is how I make my alerts in TradingView unique, and I don't fire off multiple trades in one coin. I will explain that here more in a minute. So we're going to do current price, and we also are going to need an alert for the volatility oscillator greater than upper line. So vol osc. So this is the variable. So in order to make these alerts, we're going to need, or these variables, we're going to need 4 different alerts, both be true or false also. So the alerts for that will be vol and okay, another alert. Let's see how the czar works. Well, not seeing any alerts there, so let's see how it works in the data window. parabolic czar. It only has a value. So we're going to have to find a different parabolic czar indicator. I'm sure there's another one on here with alerts. So let's go back to our indicators. Parabolic czar strategy we don't need. Let's see this if this one by Everget has what we need. Okay. Same indicator, just buy or sell signals. So let's get rid of this. We'll change in our notes that we're going to use these parabolic czar by Everget. And then we're going to make an alert for long and short. So these are going to be our closed signals. And just as a reminder, the short will be close the long, and the long will be close short. So we're not going to need variables for this because we're just going to have it set to go when the new signal comes in. Clear out of here. What else are we forgetting? We've got, we're going to need price greater than or less than the 60 EMA. And then we'll need a variable for that too, and we'll make that true or false. Okay, variables. We got label time frame, ash blue. Oh, I forgot our swing highs and low. Okay, so for this, I do have an indicator that I like to use. We're going to make another data indicator. So I like to use the swing high low indicator by Matsu Bitmax. So we will put that on the chart. We'll add this in here. Let's see, swing low data. And then we're going to need a swing high, swing low, and then what we use to fill those is there's a data window, swing high 1. So we need both swing high 1 and 2 and swing low 1 and 2. So we're going to do variables for all of those. Let's put it in the notes. Swing high, swing low, 1, 2, low, 1. See, the reason we're doing this is because on this indicator, the swing high and the swing low do not populate all the time, but you're going to want to make a variable that saves that data for later. So when these populate, we want it to populate another variable. Okay, let's start building this out. I think that's all we need now. So we're going to go to our plus button and we're going to make a new strategy. Let's start with our variables. So I told you I like to do label. We're going to do alphanumeric, and I'll show you why. We're also going to do another alphanumeric one for time frame. We are going to, before we get to the rest of the variables, we're going to go to this edit button right here, and we are going to edit both of these to be read only and then show and setup. And then we're going to save these. So now, after we get done with everything, we're going to go to strategy setup. I gotta save it and quit. And where's my strategy? Here's the new one. I should probably rename this now so it's easier to find. Let's see, what are we gonna call this? What was the video? Magic scalping strategy. Okay, save that. Okay, so we'll go to strategy setup, do it now. You put the exchange you want, the symbol you want, and then here you will put in whatever you want to label your strategy. So we'll call it magic scalp. And then since we're doing this on the 15-minute, we will continue with that. And for now we're done because we don't have any of the alerts, but this will take you through the alert process. I'm going to show you that here shortly, or I guess it'll probably be a little while from now. But okay, let's get the rest of our variables in here. So we've got label time frame. Now we need ash blue, and it needs to be a true or false variable. Ash blue. We need current price. We'll do that as a number. We need volatility oscillator above upper line. So we'll call this, it's going to be true or false. All above upper. We need variable below lower. Will also be true or false. And next, price greater than 60. True or false. Swing high, swing low. So these are all going to be numbers. Swing low. Then we're going to do swing high 1. Swing high 2. Swing low 1. Low 2. Oops. Swing high, swing low. Swing high 1 and 2. Swing low 1 and 2. And okay, that's all of our variables. Now we need to do our alerts. So for our first one on the list, ash blue. So let's make a new alert template. We're going to call this Magic Scalp. So when you type this up here and you come down here and you press the plus button, it will now call the alert template, whatever you have typed in here. We're going to use this for all but our data alerts. So for this one, we're going to leave symbol, string, dynamic, TV, variable, symbol. This we're going to remove or change the name of and call it label. It's going to stay a string. It's going to be dynamic. It's going to be a strategy variable label, because this is what we have set in our initial strategy setup. And then we're also going to do one for time frame. String, dynamic, strategy variable, time frame. But this actual alert that we're going to make is for ash blue. So we'll call this ash blue. And like we said before, in order for ash to be blue, we need to, what's this indicator called again? Absolute strength histogram. The absolute strength indicator on your chart. So bull line greater than the bear line. Oops, put these in the wrong spot. Ash blue for the indicator. This is going to be our instructions. And the conditions, what we're going to do is bull line greater than bear line once per bar close. Okay. Ash blue, now we're going to save this. Now we need to do one for ash red, so we're going to copy this alert. We're going to edit it, change this to red. And we'll change this to less than. And change this to red. Okay. Next alert we need to make is we do our price data. We'll do magic price data. So in order to do a data alert, we have to change these fields up a little bit. We're also going to make a new template because we're going to use different information. So we'll hit plus, that gives us a new template here. Call this magic price data. And we are going to go look at the indicator itself. And we're using the price closes indicator. And ironically enough, what we want to use is the close data from every candle because that'll be what the current price starts at. So here's the price closes plots. We need to figure out which one is the close. So we're going to go to the add alert. So the plot bar open, high, low, close. So we want to keep track of the close data. So this would be plot number 0, 1, 2, 3. So this would be 0, 1, 2, 3. This is our price close data, should be equal to the current price all the time. So we're going to go back to our alert. We're going to leave all of these here, but we want to add a field. We're going to call it price. We're going to make it a number because TradingView is going to give us a number from plot 3 in TradingView. And the way we're going to link this data and make that auto-populate every single time is you've got to find all these numbers are always coming into TradingView. There's in this alert or this indicator, none of these are blank or null ever. So you could use any one of these things. So we'll keep it as plot bar open. We'll do greater than, and then 0. And we'll set up that alert later, but we're going to type that in for ourselves right here. Price closes indicator. On your chart. Make an alert for bar open greater than 0. So here, open zero once per bar close. Okay. So we renamed this already. Good. Plot 3. Save it. Our next alert is going to be volatility. That's a variable. So we need to make 4. We need volatility oscillator above or greater than the upper line. Let's see what it calls these things. Look at the 3 dots. Spike line, upper line, girl line. I think the spike line is the white line. Let's look in here. Style, yep. Okay. So in Trade Lab, we're going to this time use our magic scalp setup again for the alert. Say vol crap. Above. Man, I can't type at all. So man, I can't spell to save my life. Ask ill 2 L's. Okay, and if I remember correctly, I think I've done this type of strategy before, and this volatility oscillator indicator is pretty finicky. So I think for this one, we're going to do spike line and upper line. And instead of once per bar close, we're going to do this once per minute, because it changes too often. Above, upper. Okay, save that. Now we're going to do basically 4 alerts the same way. So we're going to clone or copy this, but we're going to change this to below. This to less. This below. Copy this one. Oh, copy it. Edit it. And this time we'll change this to lower line. lower. Save that. Copy it again. Change this to above. Let's be greater. Above. Okay. Now, let's see. What other alerts? Sarlong. Sar close. So on this one, again, we're going to use the magic scalp template because we're not using any plot numbers. Long once per bar close. Sorry, long. Going to copy this, edit it to short. Okay. We still need the price greater and less than the 60 EMA. We'll use the same template for this one also. Okay, so price and 60 EMA. All right, let's call this above. I know I have greater than up here. That's how TradingView does it. This is how I understand it better. So I just do that for myself. Save. Now we will copy that, edit it to less than. Change this to below. Save it. We're getting there, we're close. Now we need the swing high and low data. Make a new alert. We're also going to use a new template. Let's call this magic. Magic swing high low. Please. Okay, so we're going to need plot numbers this time. Let's figure out what they're going to be. So here's a swing high and low. So we're going to need we're going to need 4. We've got one field right here. So we'll do swing high 1, high 2, oops. Don't spell stuff wrong, you'll screw yourself up later. Trust me, done it many, many times. We're going to change all of these to numbers because that's what's coming in from TradingView. They will all be dynamic. We're going by the plot numbers in this case. Guess we could use the name, but the number is kind of easier. Well, for now. So, swing high 1 is going to be plot 0, 1, 2. So plot 2. Swing low 1 is going to be plot 3. Oops. Swing high 2 is going to be plot 4. Or swing high 2, yes. And then swing low 2 will be plot 5. And again, we need a constant. So lower high is always got a number here. So we'll make the alert for lower high. So we'll do lower high greater than, we'll make the value 0. We'll set up the actual alert here in a little while. So zero. We'll do once per bar close. Magic price data. All our plot information. Okay. That's it, right? Now we need to make our rules. So for our rules, we're going to have entry and exit rules. The entry rules are going to be blue, and they happen while you're looking for a trade. The exit rules are actually the in-trade rules, and it's what happens while you're in the trade. It's what TradeLab is looking at. So we're what are constants? We're going to need price data is going to be a constant on both sides. And in order to make this read correctly, and so you can set it up in any coin that you want, we're going to change a few things here. I dragged and dropped this into my entry side where you see custom alert symbol. We're going to change this strategy trade settings symbol. Our label is going to come off of our strategy variable label. Our time frame, custom alert time frame, will load come off of our strategy variable time frame. And this, you see it says custom alert price right here. We're actually going to change that to down here. We're going to do strategy variable current price equals that custom alert price. Now I'm going to delete this because I don't need it there, but I do need this to be always looking at the price, so we're going to copy it to the other side. Where's my other data alerts? Magic swing high and low. It's another one we need to constantly keep track of. So again, I want this to work. I'm going to share this template on TradeLab, and I want it to work for any coin. And if you go in there to the community browser and you select it, you'll be able to put it on whatever you want. You can change around whatever you want to, but in order to make it go with any strategy, we're going to change this here now. So that's symbol, change that strategy variable label, strategy variable time frame. And what this rule is going to do is it's going to set our strategy variable for swing high 1 to custom alert. Swing high 1. So it's going to set swing high 2. To the custom alert. Swing high 2. We're going to set swing low 2. Okay, just gotta make sure these stay in there. So swing low 2 and then swing low 1. Custom alert. Okay, now I can delete these. I want this to always track, so we're going to copy that to the other side. And then, let's see here. We are also, look here. I'm going to set up my rules to change my swing high and swing low variables. So we're going to go up here, we're going to go to new entry rule. And we're going to say if strategy variable swing high 1 is greater than 0, because again, that's only going to populate if there's a new one. Then we're going to set the strategy variable swing high to strategy variable swing high 1. Let me kind of explain this by going over to the data window here. You'll see that there's no numbers in swing high 1, swing high 2, swing low 1, swing low 2. But if you go back in time, there you could see that swing low 1 populated right there. But then it goes away on the next bar. But we want to store this number so we can use that for our trades. So every time that happens, it's going to, the variable will get updated, but then that variable will update our swing high that will not change the next time this updates. So we're going to change this to swing high 1. We're going to copy this below. We're going to change this to swing high 2. And then we're going to change this to swing high 2, because sometimes these are different. But both of them are going to populate swing high. So I'm going to copy this below too, but we're going to change it a little bit. Oh, you know what? We want to copy these to the other side also. We want it to constantly update. Okay, copy this below. And swing low. So swing low 1 is greater than 0. Then we want to change swing low to strategy variable swing low 1. Copy this to the other side. Copy below, and we'll change this swing low 2. Strategy variable swing low 2, swing low equals strategy variable swing low 2. Okay. And copy this to the other side. Get those. Let's see our next alerts. So our next one will be volatility oscillator above upper line. So we're going to again change all of these to be available to be used in another strategy also. So strategy variable label, strategy variable time frame. Now when this alert comes through, volatility oscillator above upper line, we want that to set the strategy variable for above upper to true. Okay. Now we bring our below, change this symbol, change that to strategy variable label, strategy variable time frame. Now we want to set strategy variable above upper to false. Okay. We can track this on both sides too. I'm not sure that it really matters, but might as well. It's better safe than sorry, right? Now we'll do below lower line, same way. Change the symbol. Search variable label. Search variable time frame. And this set strategy variable below lower line to true. Copy this to the other side. Here's our above upper or above lower alert. Again, we'll change the strategy trade settings symbol. Strategy variable label. Strategy variable time frame. And it will set strategy variable below lower to false. Okay. Copy that to the other side. Now, we have not done the EMA. We did ash, blue and red. Did we do ash? Yep. Nope. Okay, let's do these. Ash blue, same thing. Strategy trade setting, symbol, strategy variable label, strategy variable time frame. So we'll set our variable for ash blue. Oops. Set ash blue to true. We will copy this to the other side. Again, symbol. If you guys need me to slow things down or do things differently, just let me know in the comments. I do these like every day, setting up new things, so I just kind of am used to blasting through it. So this is going to set our strategy variable ash blue to false. Okay. Blue, then we want this on the other side. And we'll also need, oops. Price less than 60. Time frame. That says less than. I grabbed the wrong one, but strategy variable price greater than 60 false. Copy this to the other side because we always want to track it. Should grab the greater than. This will set our strategy. Set strategy variable greater than 60 to true. Copy to the other side. Okay. It's all of our alerts. all in there. Now we need our long entry. So our long entry is going to be price above 60. Oh, you know what? I think I could have actually simplified this now that I look at it. We could take it. We don't need to track whether the parabolic czar is above or below at all times. We could just use that when it does cross as our entry signal. So let's change some stuff here. Volatility below, no, we don't need this. Let's get rid of that variable. Probably do need help, but we'll get rid of that too. Get rid of this variable. So what we're going to do here, above lower line, we're going to get rid of this. Below lower line, we're going to keep. Below upper line, we're going to remove. Below lower line, above upper line. We do not need those, any of those on this side. So anything volatility oscillator, we're going to remove. Okay, the rest of that data we need. So now let's move these down because those are actually going to be our long and our short entries. Down. Okay, so drink of water here real quick. So this is going to be our long entry, so we're going to change the name of this. We'll also have to change how the alert is done. Oops. Henry. So in order for this to be a valid entry, we've got to look at our rules here. So for a long, price has got to be above 60, so we're going to get rid of this. What also needs to be true is our strategy variable, price greater than 60. True. We need the ash blue, right? So we need strategy variable ash blue to be true. I'm going to move these to the top. Just like to have it in order of what I would like to see done first. Okay, so when all of these, when this crosses above, these are true. We're going to place, set side to buy first. Set strategy trade settings. Side to buy because you want to take a long. Then we're going to place the order. We're going to set our... Oh, you know what? We haven't set up our strategy lines yet. So all we really need is a stop line. So we're going to set up a stop loss line, just one. It's going to be an exact USD price. Close the position. It's a market order because we want it to happen immediately. Stop line, yes. Save it. Now we can go here, stop line, price equals. So this, since this is a long, you want the stop line to be the last swing low. Super easy. For a short trade, we need strategy variable price greater than 60 to be false. Strategy variable hash blue. To be false. Move those back to the top. Okay. Just change this to strategy trade settings, side to sell. We want to place an order. We want to set stop line, price to swing high. Okay. Now, we need exit rules to close the trade. Exit rule. Oh, you know what? Let's not do it this way. Let's remove this. We're going to go to our alerts. And so the SAR short is what closes the long. Call this the long close. Again, you want this same thing as on the other side. Strategy trade setting symbol. Strategy variable label. Strategy variable time frame. You're going to close the position, but what you're looking for first is that it's in profit. So you want the current price greater than current trade's entry price. Modify this. And that'll close the order. So short close. We'll do our SAR long. Tragedy. I can't talk. Not used to talking to myself while I'm doing this, so I apologize. Symbol, strategy variable label, time frame, close order, but again, we want to make sure current price for the short less than. current trade entry price. I'll move that to the top. Okay, let's see, this rid of, don't need to modify that anymore. Less than. So now let's save this. Let's quit. We'll go back in, then we'll set it up in TradingView. But do we really want to use ETH? I have a couple other strategies on ETH. Let's making moves today. Doge 4%. Yeah, let's try it on Doge, see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna go to edit. Now the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here to our alerts and make sure they're set up to the right thing. So for the ash blue, that's cool. Magic scalp, magic price data, that's correct. Upper line, magic scalp, that's right. The swing high and low is going to have a different webhook. That is correct. Cool. Let's go to strategy setup. Go to do it now. I'm going to use my main account. Symbol we said we'd go with Doge. I'm going to call it the magic scalp. First one we're going to do is the ash blue. So we got all our instructions right here. Ash blue, blue line greater than bear line. So go to the ash indicator. Green alert. Bulls line greater than ash bears line. Once per bar close, we're going to copy the name. All you have to do is click on it, paste it, and click on the message. Then we will click on the webhook, go to notifications here, put your webhook in, create it. Now we'll hit back and just go down the list. Ash red, line less than bear line, should be the same webhook. Once per bar close. Let's make sure the webhook didn't change on us. 3A, 3A, we're good. Great. Next one is magic price data. That will be a different webhook, so we want to make sure we change that. So we're going to go to price closes. Pop bar open. Greater than a value of 0. What's per bar close? Magic price data. Put our message. This will be a different webhook, so make sure you click on that to copy it. Paste it in here. Create. Hit back. Now we'll go to, I guess we didn't delete all the variables, or the alerts, so we only need the above upper line. Again, this webhook will be different than the last one, so make sure you change that or copy and paste it. Okay. Spike line. greater than. Oops. Sorry, I blanked there for a second. Upper line, that's what we need. Paste to message. Change our webhook. Create. Now we need the below the lower line, which is this one. Spec line, less than. Let's put bar close. Okay. Make sure our webhook's the same. 3A. Create. Now we need our start along. Bar close. Message. Sure this is still 3A. Yep. SAR short. Let's put bar close. Oops. Create it. Couple more. The price greater than the 60 EMA, so we're going to go over to our little alarm clock. Greater than EMA. Let's put bar close. Price greater. Message. Make sure our webhook is 3A. Yep. Less than 60. Sure, webhook is still 3A. Yep. Create it. One more alert, and we should be good to go. Swing high, low. Go to our swing high, low indicator. Remember, we're going to use lower high greater than 0. Let's put bar close. Paste that here. Copy, paste that in here. And our webhook will be different, so you want to make sure you copy that. Good notifications here. Webhook. Created. Okay. Back. Skip the last one, so we're going to remove those ones that we don't need. So we do want this one. We don't care if it's below the upper line. Below the lower line we want. Let's see. Above upper, below lower, above lower we do not need. Just get rid of the extra junk. Makes it more confusing. So now we should be good. So the other thing you're going to want to do is watch this, because you're going to want to make sure that the variables update. See, there's nothing in here now, and it's going to take until, see, it won't update until there's like 3 minutes from now. But you're going to want to make sure all your variables are correct. So currently price is greater than the 60, so we can change that. So price greater than 60. So click on this, click on that, it's a check mark. Now that's true. But everything else is going to populate later. So one thing you could do, so it doesn't take a trade when you're not ready, like it doesn't have any swing high, swing low, you could either put those numbers in to TradeLab yourself. Like there's the last swing high, 0.07717. And our swing low, last swing low, 0.074. Okay, those will update eventually, but you don't want it to take a bad trade. So this is blue, let's see. There's blue, that's true. The current price will update when it updates, or when the next signal comes through. All the rest of the stuff should be fine. Okay, now we won't take a bad trade now that we have stuff in there. That is it, except I need to share this. So we'll do scalping. Trade IQ. Copy it, follow it. If I make any changes, we'll see if it works. You'd be able to keep up with what it's doing. Oh, that's another thing I need to set up actually. So market mode, we're gonna do percentage. I'm just gonna do 1% on 2x. And then, okay, we'll see how that goes. We'll save that. I will, I'll find an image to put in here, and I will share the YouTube video in here once I trade it, in case you find it here first. You can watch the setup. In the description here, I'll paste the link for the YouTube video. We will save that. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave comments with strategies you'd like to see me set up in videos. Tell me what you'd like me to do differently. In the link below, you will see the TradeLab Discord. Miles and I will be in there most mornings and throughout the day, and we can answer questions. My screen name on there is Talon2303. Ask me questions there. Leave comments here. Like, share, subscribe. Send in your video requests. Tell me what I need to do to improve things. but I'll keep cranking out strategies for you guys to copy, and you can change them. I would definitely be careful when trying these strategies. I never ever go by what is on the YouTube clickbait stamp because they're never accurate, but you will be able to see from following this strategy on TradeLab whether or not it is profitable. You can copy this onto your chart, you can make changes to it, you can do whatever you want to it, and that's the beauty of this. And what we can do is we can do a follow-up video down the road and see how this is done, and then we can see if there's any improvements. Also, maybe this works better on different coins. Leave that in the comments below too. Maybe I'll put it on a different coin also. But for now, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.